More than 1 million new cases reported Monday alone. The U.S. setting a global record. That's more than 3 times as many new cases as in any previous coronavirus wave, any of them. U.S. health leaders point to the rapid spread of the Omicron variant and a backlog of cases from the New Year's weekend. Now, later today, President Biden and Vice President Harris will meet with the White House coronavirus response team to discuss a course of action. Well, it seems like every 5 minutes there's a new development or a story about COVID. Sometimes it might just seem like noise. You just kind of tune out since we've been dealing with it for so long. But one thing you don't want to tune out, the effect of COVID on your body, even after you're better. Take a listen to Stephen Hudson. This is after he got off a ventilator while suffering with COVID.
Everybody's coming in here touching me. The doctors are saying, I'm so happy to see that you're still with us and that your vitals are so strong, and everybody's shocked. My mom said, baby, no, you were asleep for 5 days. You were on a ventilator for 5 days. She said the term you were at death's door is real for your life.
Wow, so happy he didn't go through. We want to bring in Stephen Hudson right now, who thankfully is completely healed after 6 weeks on dialysis. Actually, he's doing better, I should say. And our chief medical editor, Dr. Corey Hebert, thank you both for joining us today. Stephen, obviously, I got to start with you because you were in a coma. You had kidney failure, dialysis that you went through. A lot of people want to know how you're doing right now.
So it's pretty much miraculous. I don't have any issues. I've been checking in with my doctor every 3 to 6 months, and all my vitals are normal. There's nothing that is too crazy right now. So I feel really, really, really blessed. And I'm back to function. It's kind of,
that's amazing.
seeing the video just made me tear up. So yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, and we thank God for that. But Dr. Hebert, people go through these COVID situations. Obviously, I had a breakthrough case of COVID back in July, but a lot of people, what people aren't talking about are the long haul issues that people who have COVID still deal with to this very day. Now, you just heard Stephen say he's not had any long haul issues, but what would you say to anyone living with long haul issues right now? How do they deal with it?
Well, there are a couple of things, Mike, and this is the part that we really want to hammer home today, is that people are starting to see 1 million cases a day. Now, we said that we were going to see at least 500,000 a day, and people didn't believe us, but we're at 1 million cases a day. And people are thinking because, oh, I'm getting kind of like just regular cold-like symptoms, or I'm not really too sick, that means that they don't have the ability to get long COVID. So they're kind of letting it fly a little bit, which is a really bad thing because we're still seeing whether you were symptomatic or asymptomatic with your COVID infection, or even if you had mild symptoms, you still have the risk of getting long COVID. And what does that mean? That means neurologic problems, neuropathic pain, decrease in cognition, decrease in IQ, decrease in your brain matter, where you're just kind of not quite right after you had the COVID-19 infection. And this is very, very common. So that's why we want you to be very careful. You do not want to get this. And then, as with Mr. Stephen here, I mean, the fact that you are still here, brother, I'm just so happy, because the reality is that when you said you were at death's door, death knocks once and sometimes it answers, and that's a wrap. So the fact that you're here, we owe it to the doctors, we owe it to the Lord, but not everybody. We know 800,000 other people were not as lucky as you, so you just don't want to be in that number.
Yeah, well, we're thankful that Stephen is here to even have this interview today. And Stephen, let's talk about that, because even though you're saying you don't have any long haul COVID situations or issues right now, you did have issues with your lungs when you were on the ventilator. We'll talk to Dr. Hebert about the effects that may have a little bit later. But you did bring up something that was important that I don't think a lot of people think about. You get emotional even thinking about what you went through. There is a mental impact that having COVID, especially if you've been in a hospital knocking on death's door, may have on people like you. What's that like for you?
So I just noticed about 3 weeks ago that I was triggered once I saw all of these numbers going back up. And I saw how cavalier people are about it. And I wondered, I didn't know how to feel. It was the first time that I felt like the trauma had come back to me all of a sudden. I had never been in a space where I was concerned about who is there at this function? Where am I going? Who should I be around? Because it immediately took me back to the place of being realizing you were out for 5 days and life kept going without you and you knew nothing. Um, that all kind of came back to me this year, probably toward the holidays. And I'm like, let's just slow it down a little bit. It's not that crucial. Like, it's not that crucial.
Let's talk about that for a second, because when you were in the hospital, obviously you were in the hospital last year, I believe February last year, before we actually had a vaccine. So you weren't eligible for a vaccine at the time because we didn't have a vaccine. So you went through what you went through. So when you see people out here still who are unvaccinated, that refuse to get vaccinated, and you went through what you went through, what is your mindset like? How do you react to that? Because you say you get triggered.
Yeah, I think that it's crazy because I didn't feel everything that everyone else felt because I was asleep. So when I hear it now and I'm like, how is this happening and how are people not getting vaccinated? The first thing that I say is that they clearly don't know my story. I still walk up to people daily and they're saying, oh, you don't need to get vaccinated and all these different things. And I'm saying, you don't know the experience that I went through. And I would ask you not to speak out of ignorance on that. That's usually my first response. But I always feel like what's missing and what's being disconnected in society, and why is everybody so skeptical all the time about everything? Just take a moment and take a breather and maybe hear my story, and I always share it. And sometimes it helps the conversation, but sometimes people are just bullheaded.
Dr. Hebert, let's get back to that. And Stephen, thanks for sharing your story with us. You're a singer, so your lungs being affected, so that had to have an effect on you as well. Just having a ventilator inside of your lungs, Dr. Hebert, even after COVID is over, your lungs, if they go through that kind of trauma, there must be some kind of stress that you have long term, even after your COVID symptoms have subsided.
Yeah, well, the body is very resilient. So the fact that you were intubated means that there was a tube in your trachea, which meant after you became extubated, meaning the tube was gone, you had the voice was kind of irritated and kind of scratchy and kind of difficult to feel like you're back to normal. And then you also mentioned that you were on dialysis, which meant that your kidneys had shut down. So that actually takes a little bit of a toll on the kidney. But like I said, he's doing great, and the body is a really big resilient machine. But what I will say is that, as you mentioned here, people say things that like this is rare, or this probably won't happen to you. But the issue in real life is if something happens to you, I don't care how rare it is, it's 100%. And so it could happen to anyone. Now, I want to throw this to Mike real quick, because when you talk about the people, African Americans, we got to talk about what do we have the most of. And the study came out yesterday, we're overweight. And we have the study that came out yesterday. I told people they need to get high school fine. You need to get high school fine. I told you that 2 years ago. All right. But right now, if you have obesity, COVID, you have a 113% increased risk of going into the ICU. You have a increase of 48% risk of dying if you're obese. So we need to, you talk about start your day like this show, we need to start our year right and get high school fine. Go get your picture from high school, put it on your mirror, and lose that weight. Drink enough water, decrease processed food, get enough sleep, decrease your stress, because this is not going away. And if you are overweight, you have a really big issue coming towards you.
Yeah, we got to do a better job of our health in all aspects. And some people, well, I don't want to get high school fine because I wasn't fine in high school. I was just kind of skinny and just kind of out there. But that's a personal story for myself there. But before I let you go, the more on the long-term COVID situation here, because a lot of times, I think you made a good point there, Dr. Hebert. Even if you're asymptomatic and you don't feel like you only have a cold, just the issues that you have. Like I said, I had it back in July, and I'm still dealing with long-haul COVID issues. Like, I can't work out the way I used to. My lungs burn if I walk up a flight of stairs, and I felt like I was in pretty good shape. I still get a lot of brain fog. So if you don't have those symptoms out there and you think that, oh, it's just going to be a cold and it's not going to be that severe for me, please give people a warning about what could happen down the line. And even Stephen, I mean, like, you don't feel anything right now, but how often should he monitor himself or go to the doctor just to make sure that he is still fine, months or years from now?
I think it's really important. He said he was going every 3 to 6 months, and I think that's a really good number, because as we look forward, the biggest issues are the cognition issues, meaning your IQ sometimes can start to go down. We've done pre and post CT scans where people lost some of their white matter or gray matter volume in their brain after COVID-19. And so when you start talking about brain fog and things like that, that's where I feel people will feel it the most. I mean, granted, you're going to have this kind of this fatigue that can last for a long time, and maybe even, like I mentioned, neuropathic pain, where you just don't know why you're having this pain in your nerves that kind of radiate to your muscles. But all these things can happen, and there's no way to say if you have light symptoms of COVID or you have heavy symptoms of COVID, which one of those people is going to progress to long COVID. That's why you cannot play around with this. You need to wash up, mask up, separate, and vaccinate. That's the only thing that will get you through at this point. There's no way around it. You got to go through this tunnel.
All right, let's do that. Let's go out there and get high school fine. Take care of ourselves. Stephen, that singing voice back yet?
Yeah, it took a long time, but
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It's too early in the morning.
Dr. Hebert wanted to request. He said,
It's so early in the morning.
That's going to cost you, Dr. Hebert. Hold on a second.
Nah.
Oh, you about to do some Luther, Dr. Hebert? Okay.
I was about to hey,
You got to go. Stephen Hudson, our chief medical editor and singer, Dr. Corey Hebert, the very talented one. Thank you for joining us on Start Your Day. Good luck to both of you guys.